Look at that. You know, Trump comes out there, hey, everyone's picking off of America. They've got tariffs on us, but we don't have the appropriate tariffs back on you guys. Like, this is good for all y'all's countries. But it ain't good for America. And me, as the president of America, I need to make it right for the people that I work for. And that's the American people. Right? And all the whole world flipped out. Remember Angela Merkel at the table? I love that famous photo. Bulldog, arms on the table. And Trump's like this. Yep, come on, you shills. You see, as he said, we don't need you nearly as much as you need us over here in America. Okay? So we had to renegotiate the Canadian and the Mexican deal, the NAFTA garbage. So what I'm about to read you is no shocker to me, no surprise. And indirectly, I'm going to tell you, indirectly, this might be a benefit of Canada, because that's what this article is about. And I don't even know what to refer to this guy as. I'm trying to think of a word. Dodo bird, idiot, knows nothing, Trudeau, however you say his name. He's just got caught in some scandal now. They want him to resign. He was putting political pressure on the attorney general over there to well, don't go after this company because they'll lose jobs. We'll lose some jobs, and then it'll be bad for the economy. And the reality was, it was an elitist company, and they don't want him getting in trouble. So, too big to fail Canada is what they tried to pull off, and now it's coming out, and it's all over. I don't know about the news, but it's definitely making its rounds on the alternative media for sure. Canada, this whole thing with Canada. Now that's something different. So where I'm going with this, Canadian economy halts, GDP growth drops to 0.1. A tenth of 1% is where their GDP is now. And no one is talking about why, from the conservativetreehouse.com. So Trudeau's in charge. And that's all people look at. Who was in charge when this stuff happened? Oh, that guy. Oh, and the scandal, the attorney general scandal, him too. It's the same guy's in charge. Oh, hell no. He may be stepping down, or will just simply get voted out next time around. The Canadian government shocked the professional, financial, and economic media with their latest fourth quarter GDP release, showing the economy has essentially come to a grinding halt at 0.1% growth. And he's got a little note next to it, compared to U.S. GDP growth of 3 full percent. Not that I'm ragging on my Canadian friends. Jean-Claude is a Canadian. I love that guy like he's my brother, because I think he was in another lifetime, my brother from another mother, just like Dave. Okay, and there's a couple other guys out there, right? The Canadian quarter 4 GDP growth isn't 1%. It's 1/10 of 1%, essentially halted. But everyone discussing this is missing something very important. Because first, the Financial Post headline. Canada's economy practically grinds to a halt and nobody saw it coming. While a slowdown was widely expected in the final months of the year due to falling oil prices, it's a much bleaker picture than anyone anticipated, with weakness extending well beyond the energy sector. Consumption spending grew at the slowest pace in almost 4 years. Housing fell by the most in a decade. Business investment dropped sharply for a second quarter straight. And domestic demand posted its largest decline since 2015. And then the article continues on. What the? Stand by. So what happens when your wife leaves her nonsensical phone up here while she's down there? Bro, take your phone with you. I was jamming though when I paused this video, because you know what could happen? That song, YouTube, copyright. We heard music playing in the background and it played for more than 10 seconds, so that's copyright. That was the whole reason I paused the video. Of course, I don't want to be talking while that crap's going off anyways, but I was bobbing my head a little bit. I was like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah. And then it stopped. Now I go ahead and continue my video. Thanks. A very specific key aspect. First, let me say that CTH, which is that this report, or what is this? What is CTH? CTH. Whatever. Does not want to see the Canadian government falter. Excuse me, CTH, the Conservative Treehouse. Does not want to see the Canadian economy falter, not even a little bit. By disposition, CTH wants to see economic abundance for everyone. I like this side. It's like what I feel. That's how I feel. I want everyone to win. I want to be with winners. And you want to be with winners. We could all be with winners. Come on, guys. I just want to be with winners. Steak in a room, fellas. All I need is steak in a room. Here, piss off. All right. It's been a while since I told that story. I probably had some new subscribers since then. The steak in the room story. Big Al at the poker tournament. Yeah, go Johnny, go Johnny. Johnny's out. Shoot, what's that guy? Hey, what's that guy's name over there? Oh, that's Mike. Hey, Mike, go, Mike. Yeah, Mike, get him. He's out. Oh, what's the other guy? Vinny. Yeah, Vinny, go, Vinny. He's out. Last person standing, a guy I work with, Mark, his uncle, his cousin is a poker player. He wins the damn tournament. Final guy at the table. What's his name? I forget his name. Like, Vincent. Yeah, Vincent, yeah. And they're like, okay, the whole time this guy's been cheering all these different groups. We thought he was with that guy. They thought he was with this group. No, this guy ain't with nobody. Who the hell's this guy? He's trying to get into the pictures, like a little bit out of the way, but like, yeah. And then as he walks up to get his bounty, his prize at the cage or whatever, he's walking up. Hey, come on, guys. They're like, what are you doing? Oh, come on, guys. I want to be with winners. I just want to be with winners. And then he gets his money. Big Al. Steak in a room, fellas. Steak in a room. That's all we need. Steak. That's all I need. Steak in a room, fellas. He breaks him off a couple $100. Get lost. I didn't realize there was like, what do you even call that? Like the girls that go to the concerts and try to get backstage passes, wink, wink, and do things with the rap stars. What do they call that? It's an obvious name. I've said a million times. I can't even think of it. I didn't realize that there were those for guys. Guys hanging out at poker tournaments. Walking around. He says walking around these flip-flops. He's like, Joe, you should have seen the guy's freaking toenails. Big, rotten, big, giant toenails sticking off his feet just to making all this noise. Everyone thought he was with that group. So no one really told him, like, shut up and get lost, because they thought, well, he may be here supporting one of the guys at the main table. So they just everybody put up with him until the last time. It's like, well, he won. He ain't with us. Oh, come on, guys. I want to be with winners. So anyways, like me, because I consider myself a conservative as well, the Conservative Treehouse doesn't want to see the Canadian economy falter. My friend Jean-Claude lives there. Hey, man, I want to see him prosperous, man. Jean-Claude wants to be with winners. Not even a little bit, but by disposition, Conservative Treehouse wants to see economic abundance for everyone, especially our close friends and allies. But stand back, look at the big picture the media always avoids discussing. You've got to ask yourself, how can Canada be slowing down at the exact same time that the U.S. economy is skyrocketing? There's a connection. Really. Let's see where this goes. I wonder if it has anything to do with what I just said in the beginning about the tariffs. Again, all of the currently expressed financial reasons for the slowdown are accurate. I'm not disputing them. However, it's why they are not discussing that. It's what they are not discussing that really matters. In the third paragraph of the FP article, I highlighted a partial sentence. Business investment dropped sharply for a second straight quarter. That means sharp drops in business investment for Canada in the time frame July 2018 through December 2018. Now pause and reference the U.S. fourth quarter. Consumer spending continued to grow solidly, and most encouragingly, business investment growth recovered sharply after a dip in the third quarter. Despite big external headwinds and financial market volatility in the fourth quarter, U.S. firms are not retrenching sharply on capex. Astute economic followers will note what the background is. In July, August, September, quarter 3 of 2018, the new, I knew I had a little bit of a brain in my head for something. The new NAFTA negotiation was in the final stages. The U.S. and Mexico had already come to the terms. Canada was the outlier, having to rejoin an agreement in September where they previously abandoned negotiations. And then October 1st, 2018, the first day of quarter 1, the USMCA was unveiled. Now the US, Mexico, and Canada were all committed. Throughout the fourth quarter, all business interests had an opportunity to review the much anticipated USMCA outcome and details. Multinational corporations, domestic corporations, US and Canadian businesses were all looking for the very same specific detail. What happened with the NAFTA loophole? Within the new USMCA, the critically important NAFTA loophole was closed. Over the past 3 decades, both Canada and Mexico structured key parts of their independent trade agreements to take advantage of their unique access to the U.S. market. Yeah, you and the rest of the country, we don't want to be with winners. We all want to be with winners. Well, guess what? Guess what the winners get to say? You guys have won off of us for a long time. We love you. We love you. We want to be friends. We still want to love each other. But this has been a take-take relationship, not a give-take relationship. You guys have been taking and not giving. And as Trump said, I represent these people. I represent these people. And these people are top dollar. I think I told you that story one time. This man is top dollar. And he said all of the presidents and prime ministers, they're just doing what they should be doing. I should have, what do you say? I should applaud them. They've got the greatest deal for their country ever on the backs of Americans. But they did it, and the previous administration let them do it. So good on them. But now I'm in charge. I'm paraphrasing a bit. Trump. I represent these people, and we're not going to do that. I got to do what's right for my people. And when I do what's right for my people, all of you countries are going to have some bad statistics coming. Because your good statistics were contingent on these unbelievable good deals you had with us and the absolute crappy deals we had with all of you. So Trump gets in, changes it. Our economy numbers start coming back up. Things looking great. Everywhere else, including Canada, of course, I'm talking about it now, not looking too Smurfalicious. Papa Smurf is not real happy with this one right now. China, Asia, writ large, and the EU enter into trade agreements with Mexico and Canada as backdoors into the U.S. market. So long as corporations can avoid U.S. tariffs and rules of origin that pertain to those tariffs, by going through Canada and Mexico, they would continue to exploit this approach. By shipping parts to Mexico and or Canada, and by deploying satellite assembly facilities in Canada and or Mexico, China, Asia, and to a lesser extent EU corporations exploited a NAFTA loophole for rules of origin on finished goods. And you don't think that loophole was put in there the first place by the criminal Democrats. Again, Bill Clinton and all that, they started this crap. Okay? Papa Bush, Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter. Papa Bush, Clinton, Dodo Bird Bush after him, Obama, etc. We get a businessman in the Oval Office, and all of a sudden the entire country's economy changes. Numbers are good again. This is why you don't let complete morons who know nothing into some position that they should never ever be in. Right? You ever driven a car before? Never. Good. You're now in charge of driving the cars and teaching all of these NASCAR drivers, the new ones, how to drive around the track. All right, I got it. How do you think that's going to go? But that's what we get for presidents. Because they're not supposed to know anything. They're not supposed to be businessmen or women. They're supposed to be complete idiots, part of the club, and just do as they're told. But we got a guy who will not do as he's told. He won't do it. And look what happens. And honestly, in a very short amount, it's been 2 years. A very short amount of time. And I was looking at the Q post tonight. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of updates on that. I think I might want to do a video on that next. And matter of fact, since I've been yapping for so long, you get the point as to what's happening here. NAFTA deal gone. finally got some decent deals for the U.S., and now other countries, including our friends, Canada and Mexico, are suffering because of it. But that ain't our fault. That's their prime minister or their leader's fault. They can be praised for making a sweetheart deal for their country on the backs of us, and then pissed off and yelled at when the deal falls through later on because a president like Trump comes in and says, no, I'm not asking for anything extraordinary from you guys. Matter of fact, I'm not asking you to renegotiate to where we get to suck off you more than you back on us. No. I just want to, like he said, I just want an even, fair playing field. That's it. Oh, all right, Bulldog, Merkel, Angela. Yep. Go ahead, keep yapping. You guys need us. We don't need you. Go ahead. Yeah. I love seeing him sitting in that chair, just chilled back with his arms like this, like, oh, this feels so good. Seeing you guys in agony, oh, it's going to be your undoing. You're probably going to lose elections. You're going to get kicked out. Oh, this is going to be so good. You could see it in his face, and I like vicariously lived through it a little bit watching him. It was great. It's like I gained a few years of life out of that. Anyways, let's get on to some other stuff. Take care.